strap in, buckle up, let's fly high. Flying higher together, y'all know the vibe. Ultimate flights and community for learning and fun. Let's go. Friday night we taking off, that's a community flight. From general aviation to jets, we soaring through the night. Helicopters spin, gliders on the wind, airliners touching down, let the party begin. Yo, I'm streaming live, all types of craft, from Cessnas to Boeing, gotta feel that draft. Sometimes an ATV riding off-road, other days we flying, yeah we floating in the mode. Add reviews, man, I'm deep in the game, from yokes to pedals, gotta up your aim. Hardware on deck, tutorials so clean, watch and you learn how to chase that dream. Sizzling high in the skies, we gon' ride, with sizzling popcorn, you know we fly wide. Flying higher together, having fun, no stress, we the ultimate crew, we the very best. Hey, hey, we learn and we play in the virtual sky every single day. Check the stream show is going down live. Friday night flights, yeah the whole crew thrives. Air traffic steady chat, everyone's in sync. From taxi to takeoff, we link up, no kink. Heli to the pad, we hover with precision. Tutorials so fire, yeah I'm making your decision. Got that Airbus flair, Boeing in the flow, MSFS magic, it's the only way to go. We got reviews for the gear, from joysticks to screens, flights and setups that fulfill your dreams. Getting deep in the add-ons, flying past the rest. With sizzling popcorn, we only fly the best. Sizzling high in the skies, we gon' ride. With sizzling popcorn, you know we fly wide. Flying higher together, having fun, no stress. We the ultimate crew, we the very best. Hey, hey, we learn and we play in the virtual sky every single day. Yeah, we got that altitude, never gonna quit. Flying high, flying free, we legit. Every stream, every flight, every new review. From the cockpit to the crew, we reppin' for you. Add on so slick, hardware's on the block. MSFS flying, yeah, it's non-stop. Learning while we laugh, soaring to new heights. Come and catch a ride, it's Friday night flight. Sizzling high in the skies, we gon' ride. With sizzling popcorn, you know we fly wide. Flying higher together, having fun, no stress. We the ultimate crew, we the very best. Hey, hey, we learn and we play in the virtual sky every single day. Flying higher together, yeah, that's how we roll. Your ultimate flight sim fam, reaching every goal. Sizzling popcorn, we out here doing it right. In the skies we rise, yo, let's take that flight.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. I hope you have a great day. Today we're going to be taking a look at, this is actually a preview of SimWorks Studios' latest aircraft, which is the GA8 Airvan. This should be releasing Thursday in the marketplace. It's going to release marketplace for 2020 and 2024 on Thursday. And then later on, it'll appear in their website, and I'm pretty sure on Contrail also, because all their previous aircraft have been on Contrail. So we'll take a look at this. We've got plenty of time. We're in not PMDG, but PNG, in the PNG Highlands. We got a couple of spots to go to. And unlike last Friday when I tried to take this off on a short strip, this is a little more calculated, a little longer runways, but we'll see the performance. There's like two things to this. You have the aircraft, which what we have right in front of us is currently built for 2020. And it works in 2024, but then currently I think it's in beta testing for about a month. So I would expect probably sometime in September, we'll see the 2024 native version. There's also an add-on, so the add-on or upgrade, that is the Systems Pulse edition, which gives you, it gives you failures in the aircraft, and more so like right now I could check the oil, but the oil is always going to be at the right spot. But if you then go into with the failures add-on, that's going to change, and the wear and tear is going to affect the aircraft more. So this aircraft is made to be lived in, like not actual lived in, but it's supposed to be like persistent. So the way you leave the aircraft today, when you come back, whether it's in 2 weeks or in 3 weeks or in 2 days, it's going to be the same way you left it. However, it could also be picking up dust. So I don't know, if you wait 6 months before your next flight, I don't know why, but if you wait 6 months, you might see a little dusting on the aircraft. So we'll take a look at that. So we're going to start off with taking a look at the outside, and we'll look inside the cockpit. And if you have any questions, let me know in the chats, and we can always go there. It's pretty much interactive. And then we'll do the startup checklist and start it up. Then we'll take off. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to increase the dirt simulation so that when we get to the first airstrip, which the first one's the only one that I have as a grass airstrip, but I want to see the accumulation of dirt. And then I'll show you how you can wash it. Then we'll put the dirt simulation back to normal, and then we'll proceed to the next airstrip. All right, let's take a look around here. And like right away, it's nice modeling, nice textures. So you do have you have the passenger variant and the cargo variant. So you got like the cargo pod, but we take a look here at the wing. Really nice. And we'll do a little bit of the walk around when we go through the checklist. But here in 2024, normally if you take off one chalk, it takes all the chalks off. Here you're going to have to take off the chalks, all three of them, one at a time. And I'm in the drone mode because I'm new to VR, and VR, I don't get sick. Even in DCS, I don't get sick. But now the walk around mode in 2024, I think it's just because like the walking it's like choppy, and yeah, it just turns my stomach. So it's better to be able to look around with the drone camera. You just put the speed on low. Not sure if I can open this in drone. No. I think I have to go into walk around. So we'll see later. We'll take a look at this blade later on once we have our first landing. See how dirty this gets. And obviously I'm going to be putting it to the max for that first landing. All right, let's actually flip out of this. Let's go into the walk around mode because that's the camera mode. Yeah, so in your walk around mode, you can open the door. Press the button and rotate the handle, slide the door. Slide the door forward. Trying to find a click spot. There are a couple of bugs right now in 2024 that are going to be fixed up for release. I just have a release candidate. There are known issues right now is just the GPS display textures are too bright at night. And the other one is fuel pressure only increases when the pump is on. So those will be fixed. The other thing is the system's pulse. So the add-on currently only works in 2020. It works completely fine with the 2024 native version, but when you're trying to use the 2020, which this is what we have is the 2020 compatible to 2024, the system pulse, so like the failure systems, currently don't work in 2024. So when the native 2024 version comes out, you'll be able to do that. Not sure where my click. But we'll come back to. We'll just lock this, just in case. Don't want to fall out and don't want cargo to fall out, but we'll come back out here in a bit. All right, let's go inside. And you can see right away you've got your tablet. So in the tablet, you've got your fuel and payload. So you can set your fuel, how much fuel you want in gallons, and then you can go percentage, but I see that's. We bring that down to 3. Yeah, the percentage is not working here. But you can do it manually, how many gallons. Nice thing here is you can do your payload and you can put it the way you want. So I've got currently right now, we've got some barrels of oil. We've got a generator. Let's put in a box, or we could put boxes. If we do a second one, we can even do double stack. Then we go back to the payload. Wait, I didn't press apply. It changes your center of gravity right away. And then let's go to the payload. So we've got 2 boxes back here, or stacks of boxes. We got our generator, the oil or gas, and nothing in the cargo. We go back. We can take that. Put some baggage back there. There we go. You can hear that thud. And we got some baggage. And I know sometimes it's a little bit more or less. I think that might actually be random. I think I saw that in the manual. But in EFB, there's so you can make all these switches. You can reset it. You can take off the co-pilots or pilot. Like, nobody's gonna fly this. But then you can, go empty. The other thing is if you don't want to see the cargo, you can come in here into your settings, your other. You can actually take off all the pre-flight, all the walk-around stuff. You can disable that. You can have your autopilot. So we look at the So we're getting rid of the autopilot, and you can see also the OBS. You can put your pilot and co-pilot avatar. So we want to fly with somebody else. Must have did the well, I'm here. That's not my avatar. Oh, you know why? It's because we took him off the payload, which makes sense. So let's go back. And co-pilot should be there. There you go. And then cargo, hide it, and it's all gone. So if you don't like seeing that kind of stuff, you can turn it on, turn it off. If it's for performance reasons, great. If not, great. Like, you've got some options. And then if I go back here, let's go back to the payload. There, I can open the door. And that's just a preview of the sounds. Like, you open the door and you've got the outside sounds. Nice. Nice door shutting sound. Now you've got your instrument panel. You've got your pedestal. And then you also have your overhead. Got some visors. And something else I wanted to show you in the settings. Let's keep that on. So you've got your manual. There's about 76 pages, and don't worry, it's not long pages. It's these types of pages. Just got to go up, then you can change those pages, page up, page down. You've got your checklist that you can check off. This is nice if you want to do everything and you're just sticking in this view. For me, I'm new to the aircraft. I would actually want my tablet so that I can click on to show me where I've got to go. So if you're new to the aircraft, you can use the in-game tablet checklist and then be able to look exactly where. And sometimes it's like stuff like checking the oil, and it'll actually bring you outside to that view right to where you need to be. And if it doesn't, it'll give you like this, showing you to look down. So yeah, the failures I don't have right now because it's not compatible with 2024 at the moment. When the 2024 native version comes out, then the add-on will work. Dirt, you can turn that on or off. So if you don't like dirt, you're always clean, then do that. So we can go down to like 1x, and 1x would be, I guess, like real world simulation of dirt. So if you're not flying it much, like, it's not going to get dirty. It's going to be slow to build up dirt. but more of a realistic. But you can turn this up right up to 50, and that's what we're going to do for this first flight. And you can also wash the aircraft. Wash the aircraft, and all your dirt is gone. All is forgiven. And then you've got avionics, your avionics choice. So if you do have a PMS5 or the TDS sim software, so you can switch to those. I don't have them, so it's not going to switch anything. But the GNS, I think it's what, 540 and 440. It's the working title. 530 and 430. Yeah, that's what it is. Just watching on a plane using Wi-Fi, watching a plane video while flying on a plane. Nice. Are things. So yeah, you could make those choices. And I guess now what we're going to do is we're going to start this thing up. Let's go. Let's get the tablet. And so the magnetos are off. So there I can click, shows me it's there. The master switches, which like 10 minutes ago, I didn't know where they were, but very easy. Well, I did it battery 2, then or bus 2, bus 1, but do bus 1, bus 2. Then you can check the voltage, make sure that it's right. And this is like a whole checklist, because it then goes into checking rear fuselage and all that kind of stuff. We'll quickly go over that stuff. But if you don't have the add-on for like the failures, it's not going to have much of an impact. But if you have the failures on, it will have an impact on you. System voltage. It's back on the instruments. Voltage right there, 12.7. Fuel quantity check. Yeah, fuel quantity. But so we can check that off. Caution panel. Works. So yeah, like this checklist will go through your warnings and you know, different tests, which for me when I'm flying, because in most cases I'm not flying with failures, because fail enough that I don't need to have additional failures, you know. So yeah, I normally skip that kind of stuff, like especially like in airliners, like doing the oxygen, you know, testing. To me, it's like, well, I could breathe. I'm in a simulator. Like, I don't need to check that out. But for some people, when you want to train yourself for the aircraft, for like the real life stuff, yes, it's simulation, but it can also help you. So, you know, rather than getting into bad habits and that kind of stuff. Nav and landing lights. Nav and landing lights are... the overhead? Yeah. Nav light is... and the like the clicking noise, it's pretty good. Everyone's got different tastes on that. You know, I saw like the Baron 55 from Coronado last week. People are like, "Oh, it sounds like a lawnmower." Well, one guy says the lawnmower, the other one's like, hey, it's great. So like everyone's got their own little taste. Stall warning. So now we can turn the master switches off. We're gonna go to lean, and I'm using the Boeing TCA from Thrustmaster. So I've got 2 levers, and I just set the mixture over to the right lever, and then throttle on the left. So that's good. We're at lean, and these checklists would go a lot quicker once you know the aircraft, and if you're not talking, you're just doing the thing. Trim tests, skip that. Static pressure, all alt source valve, it's off. Okay, so it's on normal static source. Harness seat belts. Make sure that your seat belt is on. Windshield conditions. Yeah, good. Cockpit condition. Loose objects. By the way, let's just set. We're gonna set our payload. Board a flight. Let's go 30. And yeah, let's bring a generator. Let's put the generator in the back if it wants to. Or do I need oil? There. No, we're good. I'm not going to bring 2 generators, but we'll bring some fuel. And can we bring another one? No. There we go. Applied. Doors checked. Oh, the back door is closed. Good. Right wheel chocks remove. So right away, look at that, and it takes you right out there. But I think reflight enabled. Yeah, because the chocks are already taken off. And that could be because I disabled it and then trying to re-enable it. Left wheel chock, good. Then this is all drain the left tank. If we click here, you can actually drain the left tank fuel and check. I didn't look to see if this, if it's only for failures. Probably only for failures that it's gonna really work for. Like the oil, you can check the oil, but it's not gonna have an effect on the aircraft unless you have the failures. Flaps, we can check those. I think this is because we're not in the walk around mode. We go walk around. Ailerons, wingtip. Let's get back out of walk around mode. Yeah, so all the walk around stuff is already taken care of because we've disabled it and then re-enabled it. So the pitot cover's already been taken off. Leading edge, you can check that. And again, the wear and tear is going to be more, there's going to be more of an effect. So without the add-on, it's just going to be a visual effect. With the system's pulse, then it's actually going to have an effect. So like the system pulse is like pretty much like the Comanche from A to A simulations, the AccuSim, pretty much like that, similar to that. To say if it's better or on par with it, I don't know, because I won't know until the 2024 native version comes out. Fuel, yeah. So fuel cap check secured. Undercarriage. Take a look at your undercarriage. Left tire. Brake assembly. So we're supposed to also see like the brake lighting. So that's I'll be interesting to see here. You're only gonna see that once you're out of the aircraft. Hey, Marsh, thanks for the gifted membership, and welcome aboard, Captain Evilian. Welcome to economy class. And thanks Marsh for the continued support. We're now up to 16 members for the month. The goal is to get to 25, and I do a stream of the longest flight, the longest commercial flight, which is about 19 and a half hours. So Marsha says this is going to happen. So, but if you want to help out on that, all you got to do is click the join button below, and that number will go up. When it's a gifted membership, I have to do it manually, but if you do it yourself, it should automatically update. Okay, so that's all good. Yeah, so these are all checks. Engine oil. Let's take a look at this. So you can open this up. And there's your oil stick. I guess it's good. It's all black, full of oil, I guess. So now we got to put that back. Let's go back here. Engine cover, good. Propeller states, yeah, that's good. Check for oil leaks. Spinner. Oh, I just cowling, condition and security, nose wheel, tire. Because the tires can deflate. Nose strut. Now let's. We're not going to do this one, but the sump tank. Okay, there's something here, but oh, okay. So water, fuel water drain. And then there's, but we're supposed to drain this daily. So if you're off for the weekend or you're off during the week, you gotta make sure that you drain the water. So ×2 undercarriage. Wait, let's go back to see the drain. Okay, it's gone. Take a look at the brake conditions. The pads and the caliper. I learned that one in the car mechanic 2021. Wing strut. Flaps. So it gives you the whole checklist. The whole checklist. Sliding door, check that. That's locked. Now we're into the before starting engine. So really, you could do your first one and then jump right to before starting engine. Pre-flight inspection complete. Yep. Check. Passenger briefing. Check. Harness and seatbelt. Check. Park and brake set. Radios off. All electrical equipment is off. Breakers all pushed in. Doors closed and locked. Cabin is secure. So, turn start on ground. Evacuate. Okay, we don't need it, so we can just go to start engines. Save your time, just go to start engines. But if you got the failures on, you're going to want to make sure that you check the aircraft so that things don't fail up in the air. All right. Avionics bus. Why are we putting the avionics switch on first? Just follow the process. Is it? Yeah, okay. So avionics master switch. Fuel shutoff valve. That's one that it doesn't point me to. Fuel shutoff valve. That's a fuel pump. Let's take a look. down here. Oh, so fuel shutoff valve is pulled for it to be off. Okay. Static pressure alt source valve must be set to off. Mixtures at lean prop should be at minimum. Throttle half an inch. Yeah, fuel pump. And yeah, so this is one of the bugs right now, that the fuel pump fuel pressure only increases when the pump is on. Not a critical issue, but you can keep the pump on during the flight if desired. But this is a 2024 bug, known bug, and should be fixed by release, which the release should be on Friday. On Thursday in the marketplace. Then on their website, and most likely Contrail also after the marketplace release. So fuel pump is on. Make sure, let's go to rich. Then we go rich, and then we go back to lean. And then we go back up to the overheads. Turn the pump off. The avionics master switch, I'm pretty sure that was, like, I'm not a pilot. I don't fly this aircraft. These guys would know the aircraft more than me, but I'm not sure why we've had to turn the masters on and then we've turned them off. But then we've turned avionics master on and left them on, and we're about to start. To me, yeah. Because down here it says avionics master switch on. So I'm going to turn those off. That's pretty much what I think should have happened. And it could just be a typo. Because I'll have to redo the... Yeah, because up here it says avionics switch bus 1, 2. And it actually, yeah, it actually points to the avionics. Let's just redo this part. So lean, RPM lever, throttle, fuel boost. And then mixture fully rich. And then back to lean. turn that off. Then starter, we're going to put the starter on. It doesn't say anything here about priming it. Well, even if you don't have failures, the failures work if you don't do it properly. Okay, I gotta go back. Let's see what did I do wrong. Starter button must be pushed. I'm guessing that's the starter button. It doesn't point me to it. What if I go into the EFB checklist? Starting engine. Cabin secure. So it says here, avionics buses turned on. Voltage, fuel shut off to open. So, because then we can see the voltage. Oh, voltage 12.4. And it does give a 12 at minimum. Voltage is good. Fuel shut off valve. That's got to be open. It could be. Let's see here. Oh, that's alternate air. This is the only thing I can think of, unless it's up on the overhead. Fuel flow. It's a fuel pump. Let's just bring the tablet. So if you pull it, it's off. Fuel in. I'm like lost right now. It happens because, hey, this is live and it does say in the title, first look. So it's my first look. So a pump back on. Make sure prop lever. It could be my because it does say prop RPM lever must be fully pulled. Fully pulled. Let's try it again. Yeah. Definitely. Someone who knows GA aircraft should be able to help. But let's try. Then we'll get the armchair pilot that then comes, the armchair pilot that comes in later on. It doesn't watch any of it, and then sees this part, and then goes off the rails. And it's like, oh, dude. Because I had that on one video where it's like I wasn't sure of something, and they just, think that everybody should know everything because they think they know everything. Let's try this. There's also 2 buttons. Watch this. Wow. How did that work? When in doubt. Oh, my parking brake is I think I just, with all the excitement, I ended up, let's get back in the aircraft. I was pretty sure my parking brake was set. It's pulled. All right. Let's see what it does. So it goes mixture right to the middle. The fuel is pushed in. So I don't know. All right, so our first destination. So back to the schedule. Let's go back here. Weathering, we've got that set to 50. We'll see how it does once we get to our destination. Let's go back here. So we've got 2 stops and then the final destination. So on this first leg, we'll have the dirt at 50% just to see the dirt, and then we'll put it down. I think the default was like 10x when I got into the aircraft, so we'll take a look at that. So we're off there, so we can turn to the right, and taxiway is right there to take off from runway 12. And we just lost it. Oh. So there's something else I'm missing. Let's go take a look at the taxi. Take the parking brake off. Oh, I want to test the, there's no window that you can open, so that's fine. Because if there was, I wanted to see what the sound was like, because in the Carinao B55, as soon as you go to click to close a little window, the sound just shuts right off. But yeah, we don't have this in this case, so good. Sounds really good. And we're taking a 2-4 or 1-2. So this is operational up to 2,500 RPM. It's good for takeoff up to 2,700 RPM for about 2 minutes. It can take up to 3,500 RPM. And you want to lean the mixture, it says at 3,000 feet MSL, so above sea level. And we're currently at just over 5,000. Let's get the flaps. Let's look outside on the flaps. Good. I wish this is the smallest you can make a tablet. I wish you could make it even smaller, because I find it takes up too much real estate. But that's not SimWorks Studios issue. That's Sobo. So yeah, my mixture is in the middle, but my throttle is pretty much at 90%. All right, here we go. The takeoff speed is, I think, like 65 or 67. I say that, but here. It's not enough power. Let's try it again. I know the purists are going to be like, oh, what? You're crazy to do something with this short of a runway now. I know. I've gotten the comment before. Some people just don't know how to have, how to have fun. Period. So I'm gonna push the yoke, get the nose down, because it was lifting on. As soon as I was up to about like 50, it was picking up, especially on the bumps on this runway. I need that trim. All right, let's it's gonna restart me back at the at parking, but we'll just get things set quickly here. There is some performance tables in the manual, so maybe that might be a good thing. It also could be because I have a lot more weight with the generator, the fuel, so there's a lot of things there. Let's keep it at let's keep it at 21. Payload.
You need to set parking brakes to request ground services.
And apply that. Oh, it's not going to do anything because pre-flight's done. Take off the autopilot. Oh, so the Control E's not yeah, because as soon as I move that mixture, how about this? We'll take off that mixture. When I need mixture or to change the mixture, I'll just use the mouse. And start it back up. Let's take it back up. Parking brake off. Is the chocks on? No, we're moving. It just takes a little bit. So welcome. If you're just showing up, you came at the right point. It's like Men in Black. Look at the pen. Click. All the memory is erased from the beginning of the stream. You came to the good part. Or hopefully. Yeah, so like I said, on that first try, the RPM in normal operations up to 2,500 RPM for takeoff, 2 minutes at 2,700, but it could go up to 3,500 RPM. And if you're wondering how long have I been flying this aircraft, well, just half an hour. Sam Solo, thanks for a sub. So we're just gonna taxi down the runway, turn around, take off from 1-2. And get our lights. So I just got to remember my mixture is now with the mouse, props are with the mouse, and the throttle is with my left throttle on the Boeing TCA. Do we still have, yeah, so we have dirt at 50x. We'll have it at 50x for this first leg. The first airstrip is a grass airstrip, so it should get dirty. And then after that, we'll bring it back to the default. When I first started the aircraft, it was at 10. It can go down to 1x. So we're going to get our flaps. There we go. And conditions are a little foggier than that first attempt. I don't think I'm gonna need to go Let's lean it a bit more because we are at 5,000 feet. We're going to be climbing. Full power. Here we go. So I've got the yoke pushed down to keep the nose down because I did notice on the bumps it was lifting. Yeah, much better this time. Well, we'll see. Yeah, we're airborne. Look, Mom, I made it. I think we're gonna have to go a little leaner. No. May not. Trying to trim it up. Let's just change up the weather a bit here. Yeah, that looks nice. Now we're talking. So we're going to bring the RPM back so they reduce the throttle. Trim nose up. So I find if I use the trim on the yoke, it does it in very fine increments, but if I use the mouse, it does it way too quick. I've got to get this up higher. I'm just trying to, you know, to get it under 27. That's not working. Hey Marsh, again, thanks for a gifted membership.
Stranger. You have just broken the access code to this game, a game in which your destiny depends upon your own decisions and where the ultimate weapon is your mind.
That's exactly how. I don't know how to fly this plane. That's exactly it. But yeah, thanks again, Marsh, for your support. So we're up to 17, and welcome social lubricants to economy class. So if you don't know, right below me, right here, we got a members challenge. 25 members by the end of August. And I'll do the longest commercial flight, which is 19 and a half hours from Singapore to JFK in the A350 ULR, so ultra long range. And I'll be doing that in a live stream if and when we hit 25 members. Now, the stretch goal is to do it in VR. We get to 100, but I'm not really worried about that. I'm pretty comfortable that I'm not going to have to go into VR, but the 25 looks like we're shaping up for that. But if you want to help support the channel, all you have to do is click the join button below, and you've got the options of economy class or first class, and then that just gets added to the tally. And actually talking about tally, because that made me think about DCS, military flying. This week, well, I'm streaming this Monday, then Wednesday, gonna go into some DCS training, and then so that's on Wednesday, and then Friday, we'll do maybe a A350 prep for the 19 and a half hour ultra long haul. So we should be able to just continue on here. In this like valley. Yeah. So I want to see if I can get the speed back up, because so we're still at 2,700 RPM. And then the manifold pressure is in the green. It could go up. just don't want to. Just don't want to die. That's fine. Yeah, so let's bring down the manifold pressure. But RPM is still too high. We're at 8,000 feet. Yeah, I don't know. Really couldn't tell you. Like that Jeff said, I don't know how to fly this plane. I know general stuff, but and I know once you go up higher altitude, you need leaner mixture. But to get the RPM to be under 25, and to say that, because again, this is the 2020 model that's compatible in 2024. I think it's going to be next month in September. The native version will come out. The native 2024 version. So we're getting closer. Let me take a look. Runway 23 and 05. 05 is recommended. Oh shoot, I forgot my gear. Don't worry. There's no retractable gear in this one. When I tested this out earlier today, I was like, all right, just for the sake of it, I'm gonna put the gear lever up just in case. Nothing happened, so it's good. Wait. I was like, maybe my flaps are extended? Nope. We're good there. Are you okay? Man, she's like, almost looks like a ghost. She's like, get me out of this aircraft. So, 05. I have to shimmy over. Yaroslav, welcome from Poland. Ah, you must know my racing teammate. He's from Poland. It's like when I say I'm from Canada, it's like, oh yeah. Do you know Bob? Yeah, my friend Bob, he lives in Toronto, or he lives in Vancouver. Well, Toronto and Vancouver are not like 50 kilometers apart, and I'm like about like 18 hours from Toronto. You know, some people, but the very odd time someone does mention, hey, you know so and so, it's like, yeah, that did happen to me. I was in Washington DC. And I got my plane to Arizona ended up getting, well, I missed it. So I had to go to Denver, then to Arizona. And I ended up, I met a couple that were from upper state New York, and they knew people I knew. Just weird. Yeah, you live by the Baltic Sea. Sweet. All right. Still haven't. I need to cross that magenta line. Now that sounds like a real airplane. More throttle. You fly in VR only. For me, Flight Simulator, it's pretty good in the Crystal Light, but I find recording or streaming in it, it's a little choppy. But then recording in DCS, it's pretty much smooth. Like, you don't even notice that it's like, it's much harder to realize that it's a VR video. And I think it's because DCS has it so that you can flip it, the VR resolution over to the DCS resolution, so that the mirror is a rectangle right away. You don't have to use a third party. I like it. I haven't been able to actually start it myself. So there's a step that I'm either skipping or because there's like one thing I couldn't find from the checklist, and I'm new to the aircraft, so I don't know where to look. So I looked in a few places, but the sounds are good. Exterior and interior sounds. The modeling is good. Because like last week I looked at the Coronado, the B-55, which was decent, but I would say the audio here, it's better. But there are two different aircrafts, two different sounds in the first place. This is a prop. The other one's a twin engine. No, I'm just a real sim pilot. That's as real as it gets. I've been flight simming since 2020, but before that, from Flight Simulator 98, and then several editions afterwards, X-Plane maybe 9 and 10. But it was when 2020 came out 5 years ago today, or maybe it's tomorrow, but 5 years ago, my first month, I had more flight time than I had since 98. Okay, so I was trying to go over that magenta line. I was thinking I was much closer than what I really was. But we're going to want to get through this over here, go back across, because try to weave the mounds a bit. Okay, real world glider, nice. Which glider do you fly? I actually haven't tried the gliders in 2024. So we'll cut across here and then go this way. it should be, yeah, like a valley. Watch out for the cloud. And when I did my first look at the Baron, the B-55, actually, no, it was in yesterday's hurricane video. I had winds at 60 knots, and I really wasn't feeling anything. Like, and someone asked if the turbulence was on, and I'm pretty sure turbulence, I've never touched turbulence. I always keep it on, but you never know with these SU3 betas. Sometimes they change settings on you. Take a look. Can I take a look in the tablet? No, but I can make this horizontal, which makes it a little smaller. I like it. I just figured that out just now. Hey Ed, how's it going? P-Rats, Jantar, and Bochian, old construction. Oh, nice. Yes, I use St. Intentions, not using it today, but yeah, I use St. Intentions pretty much all the time in airliners. Use Beyond ADC. There we go. And it does trim out quite nicely. Yeah, that ultralight, yeah, it's not bad to fly. It just doesn't have the power to fly in PNG. It's pretty much like built for like hills, but for mountains, yeah, it can't climb. Should be back here at 3 o'clock. Maybe not exactly at 3 o'clock. Oh, it's right here. Reduce the speed. We'll loop around, come back in for 05 approach. Yeah, no problem, Ed. And the other thing is we had to switch aircrafts a couple of times. I think I ended up in the Coronado, the B-55, because of that. Well, it was dual engine, so he could blast out of some of those small strips. But the other thing is we couldn't see each other because I was on the Sim Update 3 beta and everybody else was off the beta, so they could see each other. I couldn't see anybody. Is it easy to stay GA pilot? Here in Canada, I'm not exactly sure. I've never looked at getting a pilot's license. I've got like fear of heights and knowing how I fly in the sim, I really wouldn't trust myself in real life. Once it gets like, and the thing is even if I've been flying for like 5 years in the sim, pretty much all that time it has been more of like casual simmer. And even now, because I'm into so many different aircraft and a variation of types, now like aircraft that I like, that I enjoy, I try to recircle back to and try to learn a little bit more, try to do things a little bit better and learn from that. But if I was like, you know, studying to be a pilot, I would probably only stick to whatever aircrafts I'm trying to learn. But in my case, it's more so the fun aspect to it. actually bringing back up. There's the strip. Oh, no, that is not the strip. I gotta turn. There's the strip. All right. Let's see. We had the dirt at 50%. I really thought I was just gonna plow right into the field. But I felt my yoke moving just at the last moment too. Let's go to the outside. See what that dirt looks like. No dirt yet. How about if we just spin her around for a bit? Take the parking brake off. Oh, that parking brake is on. Don't do this in real life, but we're just gonna take it, spin around just a bit. You know, like out in those fields, how you can see like there's like these big circles in the field? And some people think it's UFOs. No, it's actually just me spinning around with an aircraft. That's it. That's really what it is. It just shows that I've been to that field before. Let's see again here. And it's not really like dirty here. It's not, it's a grass strip, but we'll continue on. We'll continue on at 50X. It is on. We're not going to wash it. We'll take off and we're going to go to our next one. Next one's going to be Tyree. Runways 32 is recommended. Elevations at 5,492. And we're going straight out. So let's get the flaps back to takeoff. All right, what's holding you back? Okay, I'm gonna abort that takeoff. And actually, this aircraft, SWS originally made this for the Okvango, the safari scenery they built back in 2021 for 2020. But so they've been in development on this aircraft since 2021. I think it's been like on and off on it. I'll be glad when SU3 gets released so I can adjust my... Yeah, because I had the settings with the beta and now they're gone, I guess. I haven't used the Toby over the last month because I've had the Pimax. Yeah, we're not going to make it. No, abort. So I'm not sure what's going on here. Maybe I need full rich. But like on the throttle, like it's at half throttle and I'm barely moving. I have to bring the throttle to about 75% to really to taxi. Because we're above 3,000 MSL. Might get some dirt this way. Let's go on the gravel. Oh, that was a bad idea. The gravel sent me into the tree. And there's no reverse thrust on this. Or is there? No, that's mode nose up. Just gonna push the rudder until... All right. Back her up. Beep, 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 beep. Oh. Now we lost the engine. Control E is my friend today. Yeah, let's go full mixture. Rich. Parking brake is off. So, putting some forward pressure on the yoke. I guess this is like the fairway, not the green. But yeah. Maybe I need more. Let's abort that. What do we got? Yeah, flaps are... I just went to landing flaps. Yeah, well... We've gone middle of the road. We've gone full rich. Let's try lean it out a little bit more. Like I understand it's grass versus concrete, but it should take off.
Welcome, stranger. You have just broken the access code to this game. A game in which your destiny depends upon your own decisions and where the ultimate weapon is your mind.
Thanks, Marsh. Thanks again for your support. Thanks for the gift of membership. And welcome, Carl, to economy class. They, yeah, like that GIF says, help. I don't know how to fly this plane. We were able to take off from concrete, not concrete in Washington, but a concrete airstrip. But this grass one, I don't know. Maybe just he doesn't like grass-fed meat. I don't know. Let's go. We're gonna go full flaps. Feet are off the rudder pedals. Well, back on. Feet are completely off the rudder pedals. Oh yeah. Let's see if this works. It's not really. No, it's. Do I have to like? All right. If you guys know, I know there's like 15 or 16 of you. I'm hoping somebody out there would know what's going on here, because this plane's not taking off. It just doesn't have the power. Because again, like even like to turn it around, I understand you have to have so much manifold pressure, but it seems like I'm like revving up that engine. I guess we're putting it through the ringer. And this is not, again, this is not the 2024 native version. This is the 2020 that's compatible with the 2024. Yeah, airspeed's not even coming up. Prop RPM is up, right? Yeah, like I just tried to bring it down to see if that would do anything. Not really. So if we go to the outside, now go back to just takeoff. So that's fully retracted. We got takeoff, and then you got landing. That's it. There's only 3 options. So we're gonna go with the takeoff. Gonna go back inside. Now mixture. We're gonna go medium. We're at 5,000 feet. You should be leaning the mixture above 3,000 MSL. So throttle, just gotta turn. Because even like now, you can hear the engine, but I'm not even moving. So once the RPM's like 2,300, manifold pressure's at like 17, 18, finally I'm able to just taxi. And it was fine the second time I took off. I ended up getting rid of my load and reducing the fuel for the second time from the starting airport. Let me see what my trim position is here. So yeah, we're there. So we're in the takeoff range. Keep that to fine. Put the parking brake on. I'm gonna see. Let's take a look at the settings, because I know the other, like yesterday's hurricane, someone was asking if I had turbulence on. So maybe there's. So we're on modern flight model. Am I supposed to be on 2020 flight model? No, I just want to leave that. I really don't want to change that. Wake turbulence visualizations. That's just the visualization. Let's go to graphics. Shouldn't be in the graphics assistance. So I don't have any assists on. Gyro drift compensation. All right. Disable crash damage. Yeah. Need that. Icing effect is on. Wake turbulence. But turbulence is on realistic in yesterday. So that's the thing, is I'm on Sim Update 3 beta, and that was on realistic. I didn't get really like 60 knot winds. I wasn't getting thrown around. But we're not talking about turbulence here. We're just trying to take off. So again, I don't know if it's with the beta, because yeah, again, they keep changing things like once or twice a week. And I think once SU3 comes out, I am just going to stay on that. I'm not even going to go to betas to get additional features or whatever. Just wait it out till Sim Update 4 releases, because you try to fly and then you have absolutely no clue what's going wrong. If it's you, if it's the third party app, or is it the actual sim itself? It shouldn't be a weight problem, because we've only got 16 gallons on each side, and then the payload, like, because this is how I took off the second time. The first time I had some oil, I had a generator, and I had some boxes and some cargo. Maybe let's add a little bit of weight in the back, see if that changes anything. Yeah, let's try this. I'm going to give it a little boost. Oh, but he did tell me fuel pressure. There is a bug that you need. Okay, the fuel pump is on. You said leave the fuel pump on to have fuel pressure, because it's a 2024 bug that will be fixed by release. But let's just turn off the fuel pump, see what happens here. We're still in park. If I put that fuel pump back on, are we going to have similar effect? Let's try with. We'll try this takeoff without it. And park and brake off. I'm like, yeah, I'm like barely moving. But if I was up in the air, I'd be fine. Let's come over here. Maybe more favorable conditions because it looks a little like brown. Getting a little bit of speed, just not enough. All right, kids, don't do this at home. So I am I don't know. Get this under control. All right, we can trim this. We got full mixture right now. I should have tried it one more time, see if I would have gone to slightly leaner, if it would have finally picked up. Yeah, because we're at 6,000 feet. And yeah, flaps are fully retracted. And you can see here the manifold pressure is quite well. There was there was a disconnect between my my actual throttles and the throttles inside, because I had it at 100% on my throttle and it was like 50%. So now let's increase the mixture a bit. And I still can't get the RPMs to be in the normal range of 2,500. You're dying out on me again.
Welcome, stranger. You have just broken the access code to this game. A game in which your destiny depends upon your own decisions and where the ultimate weapon is your mind.
Thanks again, March, for the gift of membership. And welcome aboard the ATV Man 88. Welcome to economy class. It's a little bumpy today, but hopefully we'll make it there someday. Yeah, so I am like, so I have no clue what's going on here. So we'll try something here. We're gonna try something. We'll deviate from the plan. I want to try this now at, let's go to an American airport that's like, you know, a simple airport. We're not at high elevation. We're not in Denver. Let's go to, let's just take off from San Diego. Let's see how this goes. Because I want to know if it's more so my elevation, like something else going on, or, and again, don't know if it's beta or if it's not beta. We're going to depart from the runway and we'll just explore like Dora the Explorer. We're slewed now. Yeah, exactly. Definitely slewed. Because to me, it's not the aircraft. It's more so being on the beta. Because they had already told me like a couple of known issues. This doesn't seem right. Okay, let's go. No, not the flight bag. Fuel. So we've got 21 on each tank. Let's just leave it baggage in the back. That's it. So we just have bags. And we're pretty much at sea level. So we're going to keep it thick and rich. Where's it? Thick and rich? No, it's big and rich. The country guys there. Let's go overhead. Beacon light, nav light, landing, taxi, strobe. We'll leave the fuel pump on for now. And yeah, right now there's a disconnect in my throttle. Let's get that fixed. Pull that off. So we're at takeoff flaps. All right, let's go. Wait. I'm just thinking of something right now. Let's... Okay, because could be my spoiler is fully extended in the sim. We don't see it visually. That I was just thinking about that because I know back in the day the Caravan used to do that. Not SWS, but the Asobo Caravan. I'm just gonna leave things as is and we'll try to take off. Although we're taking off really from the opposite side, I think it's, you've got both directions, but normally they all take off going the other way. Let's try this. Yeah, look at the man. So the manifold pressure is right there, like high rev. So it's definitely not the spoiler, it's the elevation. Yeah. Now we've got a plane. That's full rich. Oh, put the flaps. Fuel boost pump. Okay, let's just, oops, let's turn that off. Oh no, that's caged. There's the Padres, home of the Padres. So we know at sea level it works. So it's not a me issue, it's not a spoiler issue, it's not a Sim Update 3 beta issue. Well, can't really rule that out. But man, the frame rates have dropped here in San Diego. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go to Denver, or maybe even like Aspen or Boulder. Oh, keyboard's not working. Too far. All right. Let's go back to main menu. So going here, we're going to be even higher than what we were in PNG. Let's go with Aspen, 8,000 foot runway. What's the height here? Altitude, frequency. It's not gonna. Let's just set it as departure. We'll see once we get in. Because the other thing is I asked ChatGPT, I'm like, yeah, this is where it goes wrong. I asked ChatGPT, I'm like, ChatGPT, this aircraft, I want to show it off, but I need a route. So can you give me something? And it's like, oh yeah, you can go to Australia, you can go to like US cities, or you know, you can go to PNG. I'm like, all right, let's go PNG because it's got the mounds and everything. That should be nice. So then it gives me an actual route. When I put the route into the sim, it only gave me the beginning and end point. So I'm like, okay. I went to manually enter the second waypoint. The second waypoint made it that instead of being an hour, it was an 8-hour flight. And I'm like, how does this work? So that could be the issue. It's just not made for the PNG Highlands, but we'll see how it is here. So here we're at just under 8,000 feet. Mixture is like in the middle. Park and brake is on, so let's just test out the throttle. So yeah, you can see here the manifold pressure is between 20 and 25. And I think that fuel pressure, so the fuel pressure went down when we went to rich. Let's try this. Park and brake off. It could also just be that it was a grass strip and it was just getting stuck with the grass, because we should be able to take off here. Even with like a crosswind. Yep, that worked. The speed is low, but our nose is up high. Just trying to get the trim. That's what it, yeah, because it's struggling too, but it's at a higher altitude. Now we're gonna take a look at the manual to see what does it say. Let's see if we can take off the fuel pump. What if we... Can we land? Let's try to land over here. Somewhere's on the grass, and then try to take off from the grass. Because I don't want to go back to a lower elevation. Looks like let's go over here. Oh yeah, this is some thick grass here. We're in the fields. All right, so let's go to let's go take off flaps. Trim is fine. It's in the takeoff. All right, we're gonna go straight. We'll see if this can take off. I know there's gonna be bumps. I think what this could be is the friction on the tires. Because now if I slow this down, we take off from the road. Not from the ditch, but from the road. Yeah. It is starting to pick up some speed. We're gonna hit the cow. Okay. So it was starting to pick up. Now let's go back to that PNG area, because it is at a lower altitude. It's at 5,000 instead of just under 8,000. PNG. Oh no, that's with this. At least bring it in, and then I could change. I think it was Copium. Tari. So copium is, yeah, grass, but it is short. That could be the issue. We go to, let's say, Wabag. No, that's a helicopter. That's even shorter. We'll keep it at copium, and we'll try it this way. Okay, so make sure it's medium. It's in park, so let's just test this. Fuel flow is good. Manifold pressure, good. All right, let's get the flaps. And this is like a fresh start where I didn't land here, so maybe something happened. Let's take the parking brake off, and let's go. So we finally took off. I think we were trying to take off the other way. Like trying to get the nose down to get some more power. But maybe we had some kind of damage from the landing. But I don't have the I don't have the failure pack, because that doesn't work in 2024 yet. When the native 2024 version comes out, then you'll be able to do that. Simulate the oil pressure, the amount of oil. and how you run the aircraft is going to affect how the state of the aircraft. So we still got flap. Let's get rid of the flaps. Let's nose down a bit. Oh, nose up. Now I can release the yoke. So I don't know. I don't know what happened there. I think what I'll end up doing is a standalone video, a quick overview of the aircraft. Because if someone shows up and they show up like 2 hours ago and they look at that without context of now or what happened before, they're going to be like, what? This plane is garbage. No, it's not garbage. Because when I did go land there, I did land hard. Like, not super hard. And you can see here, turbulence wise, like the aircraft is bobbing. So I'm not sure why, like the B-50, the B-55, the Coronado in my hurricane video yesterday didn't really faze me. So now we're back on schedule. Just a little deviation. And you can see that we're now at just under 7,000. In Aspen, we're at just under, well, we're at 8,000 there. And setting wise, we still have this at 50. But again, I can't get that RPM to 25. Because if I do bring down the throttle, it's working for me now. No. Maybe it's the prop pitch. No, we're gonna go into the trees. Yeah, that's what happens when you slew. We'll try that. We'll try that takeoff again, and then we'll finish off at Tauri. Once we get to Tauri, we'll finish up. But try this one again. So we'll keep it at the mixture at medium. Pitch is good. And yeah. Parking brake off. Yes, something had to happen because like very little throttle and I was already starting to move. While about an hour and a half ago, I had a hard time to move. Let's get flaps.
Welcome, stranger. You have just broken the access code to this game. A game in which your destiny depends upon your own decisions and where the ultimate weapon is your mind.
Shoot. I'll take a look at it. I'll take a look at that in just a moment here. Let's try that again. It's gonna set me there, but we'll actually taxi over to the other side. Oh shoot, I completely delete that. Right here. Let's go back to where we started. Actually, I don't know where we started. It's all foreign names to me. That's a grass strip. It's a heliport. Thanks, Marsh, for the again for the gifted membership. Now I gotta figure out how many has that been. Thank you very much for your support, and welcome, Gold Engine. You've received a gifted membership from Marsh, and welcome to economy class. I think we might be up to 19. 19. I'll have to take a look at the records. But yeah, once we hit 25 in the month of August, I will be doing a 19.5-hour live stream of the longest commercial flights in the world. Let's just go a short one here. All right, grass strip. Let's go. But where 0 from 05? Well, we'll take a look once we spawn in. Yeah. Gonna turn around. Turn around. So if we look, yeah, I would say it's better to take off and go over this house than to go straight into that mountain. Okay. Because look, the throttle is, well, my throttle's at max, but in here it's at 0. But at 0, we're moving with no input. So something happened at some point. I don't know. Maybe it was a UFO. I became an expert at the aircraft. Yeah, right. Let's taxi. Let's turn off the fuel pump. I like the sounds as I'm bringing down the throttle. Yeah, you got more of that like growl. That perfect sound. I don't know if it's perfect sound. Never flown the a GA8. I was able to make it this far. Now there we go. not gonna make it. Yeah, so we still got something. Probably more leaner. Let's go Shift Z. Shift Z. Yeah, it is. Just a keyboard. Where am I going? 05. Yeah, let's just go to the end. Wondering if I have like damage on the wheels. All right, so that's fully rich. Let's flaps are good. Trim is good. Test number 101. Parking brake off. Here we go. Parking brake off. I was on. No. It's parking brake is off. I am not touching anything. See what I mean? I know we hit the tree, but I don't have a failure package, so I don't know. Like, weight is fine, fuel is fine. No. It rolled a lot better before. I can feel in my seat that it's picking up steam, but I don't think we're gonna make it again. I got the yoke. No. Abort. But yeah, so maybe that's what it is the grass, or that it's not on a paved runway, because Aspen was fine, but then Aspen on the grass was not fine. Aspen on the road was not fine. I really don't know, because if let's do one last we'll do one last takeoff, but not from here. We're gonna go to a paved runway in PNG, because that could be the issue. That's dirt. Bit 2 minutes. Yeah, that's it. Mount Hagen. I think that's where we started from. But if you weren't around or you forgot what happened about 2 hours ago, I also had the issue right at the start. So let's try this. We're in IFR conditions. I'll change the weather so that it's not bad. Well, hey, it's definitely not IFR conditions. There's like barely any wind, clear skies. Mixture, good. All right, park and brake off. If this works, what I'm going to do is I'm going to crash the aircraft and then spool it or slew it back here, and then try again, see if that's what happened. We're doing like some technical analysis support, I guess. Just supporting myself here. Let's go. Yeah, because like I understand the friction on the grass, but we're at this point, we're like a quarter of the speed. Now you can just lift up. All right, so we're just gonna put a ray into the ground. Just drop it like it's hot. For extra measures, I'll put a ray into a tree. Okay, so we hit a tree. Wow. Great. So Shift Z or Shift Z. We're gonna slow it right back. I know it's not gonna be perfect here, but all right, let's put it back on the ground. Parking brake is off. Okay, so we're moving very slowly. And yes, we still have the fuel pumps on. That's what we had on the last takeoff. For the first time, we're going to stop, make sure that there's no traffic. Shut down the airport for experimental flying. And I was gonna go like straight through, but we'll stop it, then we'll spool up and then go. Okay, put it in park, out of park. Now let's take off. And I'm not sure the coding behind this, like with the simulator and stuff. I'm not a dev, but right away, I think that's what it is like the grass is, there's too much friction. Because even crashing, we're fine, we could take off. Holy moly. Let's get the nose down. Thanks again, Marsh, for the gifted membership. You're on a roll today. You really want that 19 and a half hour flight from Singapore. And welcome, Bob International Vocal Reaction. Welcome. Welcome to economy class. Bienvenue chez nous, Bob. Bob Baran. Yeah, so now, so that we're going to do another test here. The grass strip let's try to find something like near San Diego, a grass strip. California, there's full of grass strips around there, you know. So they're legal grass strips there. Yeah, let's go check that out. See if the elevation, like maybe it's just PNG. We're not going to go all over the world, but let's go back to San Diego. Where in the world is Carmen San Diego? Let's go. Take off from aircraft carrier. Montgomery, no. No. Myanmar, definitely no. Brownfield, is there like a grass strip? I want something like grass strip or even dirt strip, but grass strip would be better. And at low altitude, like pretty much sea level. Actually, let's go to the other side because this is going to be mostly sand anyways. We go to the East Coast. Actually, do we have one up here? Oh, this might, no, that's asphalt. Asphalt. This one's dirt. This is grass. All right, let's go here. Topsail Air Park. It's going to be test. And but what I like here is SimWorks Studios. There's a manual. It's right there in the EFB. With the Coronado, like someone was saying, well, oh, wow, like YouTubers, I wish they would like read up on stuff beforehand. It's like, dude, look at the video, the title, it says first look. What do you think it is? It's our first look. It's not like an in-depth review. We're going to look at things like depending on who the person is, might be a in-depth, but it's like, we don't fly every, like, by the way, just before this, I got out of my F-16. I was flying it out of Halifax. You know, I went with the snowbirds and like, no, like I don't fly every airplane. I don't fly any airplane. I just fly in the back, in the back, and even then, last time was like. Actually, I was going to say San Diego, but no, a couple of years ago with Flare. All right, let's try this out. Let's see. Because the thing is a lot of people that fly in Flight Simulator, yes, are real world pilots. Some are just sim pilots and they stick to a specific aircraft. But there's a lot of people, and like, a lot of people my age, you don't really have the time to, you know, dive deep into stuff, and you're going to come up with issues that I face. So it's like, might as well put it through the ringer before you get it and try to figure things out. Like if it doesn't say something explicitly, try to figure it out. So we're trying to figure out why the grass, like, you can barely take off. And so here we're like 50 feet above sea level. And our mixture's full, rich. I don't know. Let's just make it like the other one. I know we don't need it lean because we're right there, but let's just test this out. So fuel flow goes up. All right. Parking brake off. Flaps is set for takeoff. Let's go. I'm hoping. Yeah, should be able to. Look, Mom, I made it. Yeah, so it's probably a combination of the grass and high altitude. Because that was grass. We kept the mixture lean. Like at this altitude, you'd have the mixture at full rich. But oh, look at that. We've got an airport right there. Or maybe that's the highway. Interstate, watch out. We're coming in. Yeah, that's the interstate. But overall, putting it through the paces, it's a nice aircraft. Once the failures, the add-on is available in the native, I want to take this back out for a spin with the native 2024 and the and with the failures, because that will make it more of a persistent aircraft, like a Comanche, the A2A Simulations Comanche, which in 2024 you're seeing more and more of that, where a persistent aircraft and how you can have failures and stuff. I'm not sure if this is going to be career mode ready. I think it is, because it is coming out to marketplace first, then their website, and there's a reason for it. They said they'd let us know after it releases what's the reason, but I think that's what it's for, because Coronado just released theirs exclusively last Thursday on the marketplace, and that is career mode ready, so you can buy the aircraft, use it in ferry flights and I think passenger transport. But yeah, this comes with, I think it's 8 or 9. I think it's 8 liveries and 1 white livery, so that you can do some livery painting. And you've got the cargo pod and also the passenger variant. You can go back in the stream if you want. There's like piles of information at the beginning, because I went through everything, walking around the aircraft, tried starting it up, but I had the issue with something. I don't know what it was, but then, Control E was my friend, and we were able to take off after 15, 20 minutes. But overall, they sent it to me for review preview. I personally, I would pick this up. It's a nice aircraft. But wait, before we actually leave, let's take a look at the EFB. I want to see performance. If there's anything in here. I know I shouldn't be looking at this while the plane's going, but I think we're good. Yeah, so rotation's at 60, which it was having a hard time taking off on the grass strip in PNG. But takeoff roll, that's minus. Let's go here. Altitude. So takeoff distance in feet, 0% slope, no wind, ground roll. So we're like in between this, and we didn't have much weight. So it should have taken off. I didn't look to see what the outside temperature was, because if it was over 35, then we're into the red. I'm gonna do this one more time. I'm gonna go back there to see what the outside temperature. Because I'm just like wanting to dig in to see, is this a bug or what? But let's go back to EFB. It's like persistent aircraft or a persistent YouTuber. Let's see. So sent okay. Is there a way to just send me over there? Oh, there probably is a way. I just haven't figured it out in what, 5 years. That's not the one. Copium. Copium is our test. Let's go back. It's like early morning. And this goes 2-3. Because if the temperature is way too high, yeah, that makes sense. We're not going to see outside temperature there. What is the payload? doesn't tell me the actual weight of the aircraft, just tells me the CG. If we go to the tablet, weather here is only 15. Yeah, it's only 15 Celsius. So 15 Celsius. So 15 Celsius, we're at 5,000 feet. So we're in between the 4,000 and 6,000. And the runway here is actually long enough that we should, even if we're at 4,000 pounds, we should be able to take off. But this is a ground roll, 50 feet obstacle. So that's the other thing, is this is not concrete. Let's go the other way. Take off, roll. This is the climb. Yeah, take off. Let's give it one more college try. It's like brand new, like we didn't hit a tree or anything. Let's give it one more college try. And make sure, let's lean it back a little bit more. Flaps are good. Parking brakes off. So maybe it's how I landed, because the other grass strips are like at sea level is fine. And if you're watching this later and you've gotten to this point, great. But if you know what happened, let me know in the comments. Let's do just one exterior peek around, because I want to see if we've got any dirt. Any dirt buildup from all this moving around? Not that I see of. Windshield looks a little spotty, but let's go back inside. Go EFB, settings, weathering. Let's watch the aircraft and go back out. I don't know. But yeah, SimWorks Studios, their GA8 Airvan will be releasing Thursday in the in-game marketplace for 2020 and 2024. Native 2024 will arrive later. From their latest posts, should be about a month out, possibly in September. And when that comes out, then you should be able to get the add-on that gives you the failures. Because right now, if you get it now with the failures add-on, it'll only work in 2020. It works with the 2024 native version, but not the compatible version. So just have to wait for that. I think, yeah, later on this week, I'll probably come out with another video, quick overview, but I definitely want to come back into this when it comes out with the native 2024 and the failures, to check that out. But thanks everybody for showing up, and a great thank you to Marsh. I now got to go do my tally on how many members we got today to add it and update that number, because I'm pretty sure we're at like 19 or maybe even 20 members for the month. 25 locks in that 19.5-hour flight between Singapore and JFK. But again, thank you so much, Marsh, for the support, and I'll see you all in this next